know we're talking about the stock, but 2 thumbs up for TK Actions. Alrighty, enough fooling around. Welcome back to Zeroed. Today we're going to be giving you a comprehensive review of the Grayboe Phoenix 2 rifle stock. This is a drop-in stock. I have it set up here specifically for factory Tikkas. Cool part about this stock, if you're a Tikka owner, is it works for long action and short action. This here is a 6.5 Creedmoor. I had a Tikka that I rechambered a 28 Nosler in this that I've done most of my hunting and shooting with it on. That gun now has a new stock, but you can just drop in because Tikka has one size action. You're just changing a magazine length and a bolt face and your bolt travel length. It can work for anything. So super cool feature that has. This Grayboe stock here has been used for 2 hunting seasons. I've used this for 2 hunting seasons. Probably put somewhere around 550 rounds through it between my 7 PRC and the 6.5 Creedmoor. This stock has some really cool features, but the best feature out of anything that it has is the price point. For what you're getting in that $500 to $600 range, I'm not sure exactly what they are MSRP. I think they're probably in that $650 range, but you wait for their sales or you try and pick one up that someone else already ordered and it's just sitting in stock. These are really, really nice rifle stocks for the cost. Are they the best stock out there? No. If you're looking for something that's going to be as good as possible, they're not as good in my opinion as a Macmillan. They're not as good in terms of consistency as if you go up to something like a real heavy chassis rifle. But for an improvement off of your base factory stock, these things are awesome. So if you're balling on a budget, there's nothing wrong with this system at all. Keep that in mind. So we're looking at it. First thing is the weight. This thing comes in at 39 ounces, which is a little bit heavier than what a lot of standard rifle stocks are. I've weighed this on my scale. It's 39 ounces bare. You throw an ARCA plate on the bottom or a pick rail on the front. You're going to increase that weight a little bit, but not by a bunch. For a more rigid type system that's not real lightweight and flexible, it's still a pretty good weight. I took it on a 13-mile backpacking hunt when I went to Idaho last year. That's a 7 PRC with a 22-inch barrel, a 4x32 Night Force NX8 on top. I had a short action precision, extra bullet holder, 2 magazines. This buttstock exactly how you see it with the Gunworks Elevate 2.0 bipod, and I think my rifle was 11.7 pounds. It's a little on the heavy side, but it's a really, really good shooting platform. But that's enough of me talking about my hunting stuff. Let's go over the actual specs of the gun. What you are looking at here is almost a vertical grip. It has a slight angle to it. I find that a straight vertical grip gets my hand out enough where I really don't like it that much. So this is actually a really comfortable feel. It doesn't have any indenting on the top, but your thumb does rest pretty easily on the top of the stock here. It doesn't have a specific spot for it, but sometimes that's nice. Some people like being on top, some people like being on the side, some guys like coming all the way over here. You can do whatever you want with the stock that way. The grip comes down, has plenty of length. I'm a size large hand, so you have plenty of room if you choke up on the gun or if you want to come down here, however your trigger is. For me on this Tikka, it's worked just fine that way. You have an adjustable comb height. All you have to do is tighten or loosen this little twist tab here that's on the back. It tightens or loosens. The cool part about that is the stock can drop all the way to the bottom and be flush, can come up, and there's a little bit of play so you can actually get some negative comb to this. And if you're new to rifle stocks, what negative comb does is it drops the angle of the front of the stock down. So when I shoot and this gun recoils, it's passing by my cheek. If you jack it up in the front, then what you're doing is as you shoot, it's actually going to shove that rifle up and into your face. Okay, for reference, this gun is completely cleared, magazine is empty. I'll leave it in there, but nothing in the chamber. You're totally fine there. So you have an adjustable height. Like drop all the way down and come up to, I don't know how high it is, but it's plenty high enough. It does come with a spacer system, so it has a standard length of pull. I think it's 13.5 inches, but if you unscrew these two long screws in the back with an Allen key, you can slide in multiple spacers to increase or pull back and decrease that length of pull. When you order this gun, it comes with, or the stock, it comes with flush cups, the tops and the bottoms on both sides automatically, and one at the bottom and one that fits up here at the top. So you have a ton of adjustability, and one right there too, to put a sling on if you want. It's for righties or lefties. You do have to order it inlet and action specific and hand orientation specific. It is not universal, so it goes for left hand. They make the cutout here. Cutout is not on that side. I had no adjustment on this when I put my Tikka into it. I just took my Tikka out of the old stock. This is the same factory plastic bottom metal and magazine that comes with it. I noticed better groups out of this stock than I did out of my factory stock. That is probably for a couple reasons. One, they have aluminum pillars that are in here. If you order the stock, they're covered up with paint, but you can see the pillars if you scrape off a little bit of it. So you have a much more rigid stock. It is heavier, which is naturally going to reduce your overall recoil and help you to shoot better. And it's a much better ergonomic. You can actually adjust the height to yourself specifically. It has a pick rail that you can get with it to be able to put a bipod on it or to mount an ARCA. And you have a much better grip and address to your trigger for shooting and firing. It's just a more comfortable stock overall. When you carry it, it's nice, it's easy to hold, it's a smooth finish. My biggest gripe with them is the paint quality. I just got their gray with black little speckles, spider webs on it, and rubbing on just about anything will take this paint off. You can see the bottom here, there's some scratches up there, there's more scratches here. Flip it on the back side, there's scratches there. For reference, I have a Macmillan Mountain Tracker long range that I put on the same backpack and did a couple of trips with, and none of the paint looked anything like this does, and it was in the exact same pack, the exact same carrier, the exact same position. So the paint job definitely isn't the best in the world, but the stock I paid $525 for when I bought it. That Mountain Tracker long range was just over $1,000. So you got to keep that in mind. Is double the money worth it to have it, the paint be absolutely perfect? I don't know. That's for you to determine. You look on the bottom here, if we take this bipod off, it has a M-lock rail with 3 different screws that keep it in place. This is another gripe I would have over this. It's nice to have the ability to put these on, but when you add something to them, I don't know how to put it, it just moves more. There's more wiggle room in this. I've played around with 2 of these stocks, one of them on a 300 Win Mag that my brother-in-law has, and then one on my Tikkas. And when you get into it and you build a shooting position and you go to shoot, even if you lock the bipod down as tight as it can go, there's just a lot of play. Like my bipod isn't moving here and you can see the gun moving back and forth. And that's with my pick mount cinched down as tight as it can go and with the M-lock rails cinched as tight as they can go. So just be aware of that. There's a little bit of wobble and play to it. If you're relaxed and into the gun with your shoulder and you're just trying to take a shot, it doesn't make that big of a difference. But anything that you can do to tighten it up and make it to be as accurate as possible, I would really like and recommend. So if you think that'll bother you, maybe this isn't the stock for you. But pros of it, price point, awesome. Also, features. You have an M-lock on the bottom that you can put pick rail, you can put ARCA on, you can get this pretty close to the back so you can shoot it off a tripod. I have done that. It's a drop-in stock. You don't have to take it to a gunsmith to get inletted properly. You just order your inlet for the action that you have. It drops right in. This currently is just a factory sporter barrel, but I have this in the Sendero build, so you can put a factory sporter on it, or you could throw a carbon fiber barrel on it and it's going to be just fine. Adjustable cheek piece, flush cups all over, length of pole adjustment as well, good vertical-ish grip. It doesn't have a flat toe line, so when you ride a bag on the back and you shoot, the gun will move a little more up and recoil than some stocks that are flat, but I'm assuming they cut that out to be able to save a little bit of weight. They have done a good job of trying to hollow out bits and pieces and spots of the stock that you don't need that much. They hollow out on the sides here too. So overall, probably as good a stock as you're gonna get in that $500 range for the weight. It is a composite. It is not a carbon fiber stock, but my understanding is they build this through some form of compression. Don't quote me on that. I'm not exactly sure. I don't look up enough. I'm just telling you what it's been like to shoot it and what it's been like to hunt with it. And I would absolutely recommend this to someone if you're looking to upgrade and increase the accuracy of your rifle from a factory stock to something that's a little bit better, but you don't quite need to go out and spend 1,500 bucks on a rifle stock that's completely customized to you. It's low enough weight that you can use this in an NRL hunter, even in the lighter weights division. You can also use it as a hunting stock, but you could add some weights to it if you wanted to under here and beef this thing up and make it a competition type stock as well. So hopefully that makes a little bit of sense and you enjoyed it. Been fun talking about the old Phoenix 2 here from Grayboe. If you want to get one of these stocks, run over to their website, check them out, make sure they work for your inlet, drop them in and let me know if you like the review. And if you buy a stock, let me know what your thoughts are on this thing. So thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Stay zeroed. Big Tika fan.